we're now getting a message through the federal government that, hey, you need to protect this mobile device because it is basically this massive computer with your entire life stored in there, and there's very little protection. And I'll bet you most of you probably have no protection on it right now. They are free applications you can download. Lookout happens to be one of them. And the reason I know about them, by the way, is because they were on the same 60 Minutes episode. So that's why I know about them. But there's other apps as well that can protect your phone. So you should just look into that because this cell phone is a very unsecure device. Now let me tell you a little bit about the subject of ransomware, which is something that is more likely to occur to you and your business rather than an SS7 foreign government attack. So ransomware is when a group of hackers or a hacker will go into your business and lock up your files. And then they will demand a payment to unlock those files. So in Southern California, Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital was a subject of a ransomware attack. All their medical files were locked. The doctors couldn't access them, and then the hackers demanded a payment. The hospital was faced with two choices. They could either make the payment, or they could proceed knowing that surgeries are going to happen where they didn't have access to these medical files. And then you would be putting patients' lives at risk. What would you do if you're a hospital? They made the payment. So now you're seeing this happen to not just hospitals, but to law firms, to police agencies, all sorts of different places, not only government agencies, but also businesses, where if you depend on data or files, and those are locked, and then you're in a really bad position, then you should look at making sure you're secure against ransomware attacks. One way to do this is just to have a copy of those files in a different location that hopefully hackers won't know where that is. So you could not pay the hackers, figure out how to restore that compromised system while you're using this other system that you have a backup on. You can also contact, again, law enforcement, FBI, and you can also, there's a whole bunch of cybersecurity firms that would also protect your small business or medium-sized business from exactly these kinds of attacks. And then let me just conclude a little bit about other things we're working on at the federal level. So there's 4 recovering computer science majors in Congress. Representative Will Hurd, Republican out of Texas, is another one. So we're working together to try to upgrade our systems at the federal government. Some of them are so outdated, they're still running languages such as COBOL, which 2 decades ago was deemed to be outdated. We're going to introduce legislation that is going to create a fund of over $3 billion that lets agencies access the fund to upgrade their systems, and then over time they have to pay the fund back. And this deals with a number of issues, one of which a lot of times agencies don't budget for security upgrades, and then they get hacked and like, oh my goodness, we need to upgrade our system, and they have no money to do it. It also solves a problem where some of these systems run across agencies, so it's hard for these agencies to figure out how to pay for a system-wide sort of upgrade. This fund should help with those situations, and it's our hope that it'll get off the floor and through the Senate. It does have bipartisan support. And with that, thank you for inviting me here. Happy to answer any questions that you may have, and just want to say thank you.
I have my hand up.
So, does the chamber want to call on the folks, or do you just want me to pick folks to call on?
I have a question.
Or I can just pick folks. So, anybody have questions?
Right here.
Okay, Arthur, go ahead.
So we've got the State Senate President, Kevin De Leon, announced on the floor in committee that he has relatives in this country illegally, and they use fake IDs, and they use false social security numbers that they buy in MacArthur Park. So I want to know, what steps are you going to take to ensure that the State Senate President is held accountable for announcing identity fraud? He is a State Senate President announcing identity fraud in our legislature. You are a judge advocate general, I believe. Are you going to start filing charges? Will you issue a letter to Attorney General Jeff Sessions to have him arrested? Will you direct California Attorney General Javier Becerra to do something about this? I don't think it's a funny issue, sir. It's serious. Because it is about topics, sir, because this is about identity theft. It's about security. It's a huge issue. And he's the state Senate president for this state, and you haven't said anything. That's unacceptable.
So now I get to talk. The reason I'm smiling is because you don't really understand sort of the different distinctions within government.
Yes, I do, sir. Please don't talk down to me. This is a federal crime that he's announcing.
I let you talk.
Okay, please don't talk down to me, and please don't insult me, sir. I am very well aware of the different branches of government and jurisdictions.
I'm not trying to insult you,
So, answer, please. Go ahead.
but just let me talk. Okay. A JAG is a military judge advocate general.
I just referred to that because that's your background. So,
Please just let me talk without
okay,
interrupting.
please answer my
A
question.
JAG is a military officer. When I go on active duty and serve as a JAG, I follow lawful orders. I do what the Air Force wants me to do. Air Force JAGs have no jurisdiction over the state Senate president.
Okay, that's fine, but you as a congressman are connected with the Attorney General of the United States. You could submit information to him, a letter. So please don't ditract with
If you have
that.
another question on cybersecurity, I'm happy to answer.
You didn't answer my question, sir.
Yes,
Arthur,
sir.
Arthur, I'm sorry.
What do you think?
I'm gonna interrupt for a second. So we have a very limited time, Arthur, and I really wanted to talk about small businesses.
Okay.
So we're gonna direct the questions to other small business owners, and then, and because I really want to stay on topic. So-
Okay. You did open this up to everybody, just to let the record show. You allowed anybody to,
And then
okay?
we allowed you to ask a question,
Okay.
and then we're going way off topic, and we have limited time because we still want to get to our panel.
That's fine. I respect that. Thank you thanks for letting me know.
I'd like to know what you think about cybersecurity insurance.